Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Tina Town. Thank you for coming back. Today is a gloomy kind of day. So I feel like shit, I kind of look like shit. So what better way to film myself and put it on the internet for people to see? If you've been subscribed to my channel for a little bit, you know that my videos usually consist of two things, either pop culture or embarrassing myself as a preteen. So the last two videos have been pop culture based, which thank you by the way for all the support on those ones. So this one is going back to our roots and we are going to be embarrassing myself, which what more could you ask for? So I thought it would be fun to tap into this little guy, not sponsored by whatever that company is, and see what is on my folder called Schoolwork 8. So my grade 8 schoolwork folder from 2010, 11-ish. So what, I'm like 12, 13, which is just peak and prime Christina. So honestly, I don't even want to think about what I was like in grade 8 because I might projectile vomit. But if that's the case, then I don't know why I'm doing this video, because that's all I'm going to be seeing is what I was like in grade 8 and on an academic level, which might be even worse. So the first thing we're going to look at today, it's all alphabetically ordered. It's called Acrostic Poem. We had a poem unit. So let me just see. Yeah, this checks out. So this is my acrostic poem on the Backstreet Boys. So if you don't know what an acrostic poem is, it's like the names on the side and then each letter stands for something. So Backstreet Boys was my acrostic poem because naturally what else would I choose? So B is for band going for 17 years. Amazing harmonies together. Cherish their fans. Keen performances. Shrieks from women young and old. Talent like no other. Regular guys. Enthusiastic about their lives. Oh, we're kind of have some rhyme in here. Endless fame? Well, teamwork comes first. And then I list them all: Brian, Nick, AJ, Howie, Kevin. Optimistic about their future. Yearning to continue to make music. Yearning to continue making music, sorry. Satisfied with their careers. Backstreet Boys. I'm making a lot of assumptions here. I'm saying they're satisfied with their careers. They cherish their fans. They could be bad people. I don't know. But me making an acrostic poem for school that I had to submit for marks about the Backstreet Boys in 2010, very on brand. So we already know, this is my folder. This is my folder. Okay, so I'm loving this already and I'm really happy about this decision, or I'm gonna hate myself. We'll see. But my next one is called Ballad Be Yourself. So let's see about this ballad. Here we go. They may laugh. Okay, no, I can't even. Okay. They may laugh at you. They may call you a name, but how you live your life is your own challenging game. The way you walk and talk shouldn't matter to others. We should be treated the same, even if we come from different mothers. If one is down, we should all take time to help. Wouldn't you want someone to? If you let out a yelp? So live your life and stop to think that yours can be gone as quick as a wink. This is some Maya Angelou shit. I honestly don't know why there's still problems in the world, because clearly I solved a lot of things in 2010. So far I've really showcased that I'm kind of like a lyrical, poetic genius. So I like to go on to the next thing, which is how the colors were made. It was a rainy day, and Amanda was very sad. Fat mood. She was wishing that her boring day would soon become exciting. It had been raining all week, and she really wanted all of this gloominess to end. After long hours of sitting in the house watching the rain, Amanda decided to go outside. She put on her rubber boots and her raincoat and ran outside. As soon as she stepped outside, the rain stopped. Happily, Amanda jumped and danced. Upon doing this, Look at that big word. Upon, hello. She noticed a big rainbow in the sky. As the sun shined, she noticed little color, water-like droplets from the sky. Amanda had noticed right away that it was definitely not rain. Okay. As she looked back at the rainbow, she noticed it being black and white, whereas the earth was colored. The colors from the rainbow had melted from the sun. The world was now colored thanks to Amanda being happy. Amanda's day, and now the rest of her life, was now happy and bright. Okay, so I can provide a little context here. I mean, I think I was supposed to say that it was black and white in Amanda's world beforehand. And I know why I wrote this, because until the age of about 13, I was convinced that the world was black and white. Yeah, you heard that. So like the photos of my mother and my grandparents and stuff like that, that was in black and white. Like that's just 'cause how it was. And then one day it rained color. I was like, yep, that checks out. So I said, let me put that into a little story. Okay, so I have one called Jerry the Elephant free verse. So again, we're just going to town with this poetry stuff, and I'm really looking forward to meeting Jerry, our elephant friend. Okay, free verse. So we're just going nuts here, I guess. Jerry the elephant was the smallest animal who ever walked the planet. He loves to eat grass and loved the hippopotamus named Janet. That's cute. He'd do anything for her at the drop of a dime. He would follow her around almost all of the time. When she found out about him, she started to scream and shout. When Jerry heard the news, he cried his little heart out. After a couple of months of trying to move on, Jerry found a new love after opening a successful beauty salon. Jerry! Oh my god! Okay, why did I make like the saddest... Honestly, I thought it was going to be the saddest story ever, but it really made a comeback at the end there with his beauty salon. That's so funny. I'm loving the poetry unit. I'm having a blast. Let's move on to John Lennon death historical narrative. Okay, this is an absolute serve, so I don't know what a historical narrative is, but I wrote one on John Lennon's assassination. I said, for the cover page, I'm putting the lyrics to Imagine, which, obviously... Oh, listen to how I started this. Imagine one of music's most iconic artists shot dead. Can you picture it? I can't. So I'm just reading the story here, and it's just recounting, like, what happened, like, Mark or whatever, and the guy. And so I'm like, after broadcasting it on television, people from all over the world were shocked and horrified. Then I have my mother's name, who was 13 and in grade 8 at the time, remembers a young boy who loved John Lennon, crying and couldn't believe the news. This one man in our small town of Ontario being very upset shows the love and dedication John Lennon's fans have. We will always remember John Lennon as one of music's most iconic artists. Sure. Okay, if you notice that it looks like I'm crying and then I took off my sweater because I was sweating, it's because I was reading Jerry the Elephant and crying laughing again. So this one's called The Best Party Ever, and I'll read it in English. So last week, there was a big Halloween party at John Stamos' house, naturally. The biggest person that was there was Ellen DeGeneres. Before she came, I'm having trouble translating this. Before she came, she ran into Josh Ramsey of Mariana's Trench. Parle-nous, please. Josh cried or screamed really loud for the whole world to hear. After Betty White helped him, this is a disaster, by the way, she started to dance because she was happy. All the names of the boys from The Married Life from MTV that I was obsessed with in there. They joined Betty White. Oh no, the lights went out. Steve Carell jumped and Taylor Lautner caught him. A big loud noise. Kevin McHale saw it, and Mark Saling helped him, and they went and investigated. Jane Lynch, okay, so clearly I'm getting into the cast of Glee, which again, not a big surprise. Jane Lynch helped the group. Une minute, where's Justin Timberlake? Tout à coup, a big laugh came out, and after that, there was a big monster beside John Stamos. Tout le monde a crié, je n'aime pas cette fête. They don't like the party. That's what Taylor Swift said. And at that moment, Diana Agron took off the head of the monster, and by surprise, it was Betty White in the costume. So the lights turned back on, and everyone was like, yep, that was fun. It's the best party ever. That, like, I know this whole folder, like, screams me, but that story, like, screams me. Like, Diana Agron, Taylor Swift, like, the rest of the cast of Glee, The Buried Life, Ellen DeGeneres. Why John Stamos? I mean, why not John Stamos? But still. Okay, so now we have another one called The Strangest Dream, and it was a group project with me and 3 other girls. It starts off, Kesha's singing in front of a bunch of people. Again, here we are. You know, I like to imagine that we're sitting in this group and everyone's like, okay, we need a main character for our story. And I was like, guys, y'all ever heard of Kesha? And they were like, okay. So Kesha was singing in front of all these people, as she does. And all of a sudden, an assassin came and took Kesha. Everyone was calm, though. And for right now, the concert just ended. Like, they were like, okay, just go home. It's fine. It's just an assassin. The director of the concert called the police to find Kesha. When we arrived, we saw Kesha's grandmother. The grandmother wants to know, like, where is Kesha? Like, where is she? They show up at Kesha's house, and Kesha is really upset about the events. Okay, so the assassin just brought Kesha back to her house. Okay. And Kesha was just like, I'm really sad, so I'll just have to stop taking music for a bit. Oh my god, this last line is insane. Kesha stops making music and everyone is happy. Oh no. Sorry, Kesha. So sorry. If you're watching, Kesha, I'm sorry. Can the production of Stomp the Musical wait for another day? Okay, so now we have moved on to a limerick in our poetry journey together from 2010. So let's read this limerick. There was once a man from Bel Air. Every night he had a very scary nightmare. He swims in his pool. He thought he was cool. He loved his special blue dentist chair. Okay. Poetry aside. Oh, okay, we're back with poetry. We have a pop music haiku. Again, like, I was so obnoxious. Okay, my haiku. I love pop music. The Backstreet Boys are good like New Kids on the Block. I like their styles. Is that 2 syllables? I listen to their music. They inspire me. They inspire me. I messed up. And then a photo of NKOTBSB because, again, what else would there have? There was 4, 5 poetry assignments in this class. 2 out of them, half of them, are about the Backstreet Boys. So it looks like, I think that might be it. There's really nothing else unless you want to know about a brochure in French about Portugal, but there's really nothing funny about that because I'm sure I did a fantastic job. Oh my goodness, that was a lot. I was not expecting that. I mean, I'm not surprised, again, strictly based on who I am as a person today and clearly who I was then, because who I was a lot. But it all makes sense. So this has been my grade 8 assignment hard drive experience extraordinaire, where we do some slam poetry and where we write elaborate stories about celebrities in the Glee cast, and I find any way possible to fit the Glee cast into whatever I'm talking about. I hope you enjoyed this video. I surely enjoyed making it. I think Jerry the Elephant is one of the most fantastic things I've ever read, and I don't know why it's a children's story yet. Are you kidding me? A guy who's in love with Janet the hippo and then owns a successful beauty store at the end of it? Like, hello. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more, again, most of my content is about pop culture and embarrassing myself as a preteen, so if you are interested in that, go ahead and subscribe. I'm at like close to 60 now, which is super exciting. I like to say that I want to get to 100 before the end of the year, but I just realized it's the middle of November and that's probably impossible. But whatever. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have a favorite assignment, please go ahead and leave it in the comments. Share it with your friends. This has been your trip to Tina Town. Thank you for coming. It means a lot. So thanks. See you later.